Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? This your boy LC the One, baby. LC the One to be exact, that is, aka Illmatic 124, and not the motherfucking gang numbers, man. But my actual jersey number I wore when I was in high school, and my warm-up jerseys on the back of my motherfucking chair. What's up, cuz? What's up to my LC Nation, man? My LC gang, my LC crew. What's going on out there in Atlanta where you live and you did? But hey, man, this is a new show I'm introducing to the channel. It's called the Sports Rundown with LC the One, baby. On Jesus, Mother Oil Christ, man. So we're gonna talk about what we watching on TV. Okay, we're looking at the headlines and what's going on. So right now they're talking about, would you trade Joel Embiid for Anthony Davis? Okay, so I'm just listening. Let's listen in a little bit, and we're gonna comment. It's Stephen A. Smith. As of yet, but he's on his way. This is only his third season in the league. Okay. Because he got, was injured and all of that stuff. Bottom line is the numbers are comparable, but here's where it really resonates with me. Joel Embiid is box office. You see them people in Philadelphia? We've talked about his personality. He doesn't just give you the production on the basketball court. He also gives that personality of sports. Headlines. Yeah. All right. So I'm looking at the numbers that are comparable. So what he's saying, Stephen A. Smith is talking about what Joel Embiid means to the city of brotherly love. He's saying that Joel Embiid is box office. He's saying that he is epic. He's saying that he's a pimp player gangster that's rare right now. But let me tell y'all something, man. Because it makes sense too, what he's saying, Stephen A. Smith. I will flip the camera around, but we're going to do all that flipping. Joel Embiid, you could say he's a new type of stretch big. Boy, it's 300 pounds. He can shoot threes. This is all the stuff we know. He can pass the ball. He can dribble. Okay? Somewhat like an Anthony Davis, but Anthony Davis more athletic and slimmer. Now, they was talking about trading. Well, this is just hypothetically. Joel Embiid for Anthony Davis. Okay? Now, that seemed like that make a lot of sense for the Pelicans and for Philadelphia, because if you do trade, you're giving the Pelicans what they've been wanting all this time. They want a post player, someone like Boogie Cousins. That's how he was when he was with Sacramento. It'll be the same type of mixture, if you do pull that trigger. And then Anthony Davis will be rewarded with a team that has the luxury of players where he don't have to work as hard as a stretch big, okay? So I think it'll work out pretty well, except Joel Embiid, it's the same type of thing. He won't have to do as much work. He don't even have to do nothing now. But if Anthony Davis is blessed to go to a team like that, that'd be great. And that's an even exchange. I mean, what else they going to give up for the cat? So we're going to keep listening in to what Stephen A's talking about. And then see what Max Kellerman say about it. Then we're going to go to the next clip, because they got clips, number of clips on ESPN. Okay? But listen, man. If Joel Embiid, if that do happen, well, it ain't going to happen. I'm just saying. If something like that happened, man, that'd be great, man, for the city of Philadelphia and for New Orleans. Swapping out two bigs like that. They both can do everything except Anthony Davis more athletic. And plus, with that team that they got in Philadelphia, that'd be great. You got a big point guard. You got Jimmy Butler there. He'll stay there. You know what I'm talking about? They'll win a championship this year. If you was to swap out them two players right now, because he got a little bit more, he got more experience. He's already an all-star. You dig what I'm talking about? He's a superstar. Joel Embiid on his way, he's still developing. So let's listen and see what the rest of what Stephen A. Smith saying. But he is a box office player. I do agree. But if you can get somebody like Anthony Davis, you win a championship this year. Flat out, hands down, with the team they got right now.
Looking at the fact that Philadelphia got to the semifinals of the playoffs last year, just like the New Orleans Pelicans did, okay? And I'm saying to myself, there's not that big of a discrepancy on the court between the two, but off the court, it's night and day. Joel Embiid, whether he's tweeting or whatever, he's making headlines all the time, and it's real fun. You see what I'm saying? So I can sell, I can market him. And to be quite honest with you, I can make more money off of Joel Embiid than I can Anthony Davis. So because the numbers are comparable on the court, but off the court, there is no comparison between Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis. I would go the route of keeping Embiid in Philadelphia.
What I like,
Okay, they got Jalen Rose up in there too. Now he gonna get his spill on the situation. But listen, everything Steven just said, I guess it's true because I don't know about their lifestyles off the court. I'm just going with what I know on the court. That's what it's business. That's what makes sense. That's what it's all about. You know, them being on the court, man, and taking care of business. You know what I'm talking about? Off the court, I don't care what you do off the court. He could probably be on Pornhub or something. You know what I'm talking about? How's that gonna be marketable for your damn team? You dig what I'm talking about? What's marketable is if you get a player like Anthony Davis, they get all that experience. He's a superstar. Okay? Ain't nobody like him in the league. You can make up replicas and all that. That's what this is, a replication. Joel Embiid, that's a bigger body. You dig? No. You need somebody that's going to come in there and impact immediately because your city need it. Your team need it. That's why you structured your team. You wanted a team. So if you can pull off something like that, and that's just an even exchange, that's all they want. If New Orleans, that's all they want. If Joel Embiid probably a pick or something, man, you better pull that trigger. I'm telling you what's going to happen. And then with the team they got, man, they going straight to the finals. Their team is already structured. You got Jimmy Butler, all-star. Motherfucking Ben Simmons, he on his way to being all-star. He already rookie all-star, all that stuff. Okay? Then you got the role players. J.J. Redick. It's a lot of players on that damn team, man. You dig what I'm talking about? That can take you to the mountaintop. And they got a good-ass coach on top of that. So, yeah, man. And it's like Philadelphia will be back again. The Sixers will be back. Really be back. They back now. I don't think there's nobody really in the East that's going to... Well, you got... Washington was a favorite, but they lost a lot of players. Then you got the Boston Celtics. You know what I'm talking about? And that team is tight. Tight. You dig what I'm talking about? So, yeah, man, let's see what Jalen Rose going to say about this.
to do with trade scenarios is say, who says no? Okay? If you're the Pelicans, you would love to have Embiid as a swap.
Right, that's what I just said.
But if you're Philly, you wouldn't want it the other way around. And the reason why is you're not going to have him for very long because he won't stay. So you end up giving up Embiid. You have AD as a rental player, and I know you teaming here with Ben Simmons, who's also a Rich Paul client, and you probably figure, hey, since we have both of these guys in tow, he's going to stay long term. When AD leaves New Orleans, let's make it clear. He wants to be in LA.
No question.
Not in Philly, not in Boston.
Yeah, but that's a given. What I'm saying is, because you know basketball, we got that. He want to be in LA. Okay. We got that. We know, yeah, please. Philly, LA, stop. We got it. Basketball-wise, what do you feel?
Now, before we get back to, we'll get to Jalen Rose's next statement. You know, what's going on, TK? What's crack-a-lacking cub on the real? But what Jalen Rose just said makes sense because I forgot about that. He was saying, if you do trade Philadelphia, not Philadelphia. If you do trade Joel Embiid to the Pelicans, and Stephen A. Smith said that'd be great. Well, Jalen Rose said that'd be great for the Pelicans. But if you trade AD to Philadelphia, that won't be good at all for Philadelphia, man. Because he's gonna leave. They're saying he don't have a contract. Got a contract right now. He trade under a contract. Hey man, the game I play the most would probably be 2K. You know, 2K is the number one game. You dig what I'm talking about, man? For real, that I rock with. But if Anthony Davis leave, because he can get a max contract with Phil, I think they got cap room and all that stuff for that cat. If he leave, man, Jalen Rose saying he gonna go to he gonna go to Los Angeles because that's where he want to be. Now, this is the same thing with Kyrie Leonard. Okay, in this scenario, no matter how good they do, he said he's still going to LA. So, why not do that trade and then just see how successful the team be? What if they win a championship? Maybe he stay. You did, but you don't want to gamble on your franchise. You dig what I'm talking about? You said which would I choose? I didn't see the rest of it, man, because it went away so fast. Hold on, let me see what you was saying, pimping on Jesus, Mother Oil Christ. Hold on, I think I gotta swipe up just to see the chat. You said not saying you're a gangbanger, but which would you choose, Blood or Crip? Well, man, me growing up under Snoop D-O double G, listening to all his albums, that probably before your time, Jack. Man, I gotta ride with the Crips, man. You know, straight up and down. Because I don't know too much about the Blood, but the Crips, man, it's like shit. They got a real brotherhood, you know. And they had Tukey Williams. He was somewhat like Larry Hoover to us in Chicago, man. For real, for real. Because I mean, Snoop Dogg is the big homie, and he promoting positivity. He changed his whole life around doing gospel, even though he still, got his flags and stuff like that because that never changes. And he structured his whole life the same way how Chicago was doing that banging and stuff, man. You know, around positivity. You know what I'm talking about after the fact. Because he wasn't in the trenches like that. So I guess before rap, yeah. But now he's a grown man, got a family, and he's a role model, man. I watch Snoop faithfully. He got a show called the GGN News Network. Come on YouTube, look it up. GGN News Network, Snoop Dogg, and he bring on celebrities and stuff. That's why I'm trying to structure my stuff like that. Bring on celebrities and they chat about current events or whatever. You dig? And they promote themselves. Okay, and it's a ghetto news format, but I'm gonna look at it today. I haven't seen it in a while. But it's up to I think he got like close to 3 million subscribers now on that channel. I hear you, cuz, on the real. But, I got love for anything that's positive, man. You dig what I'm talking about? And they unified out there in LA because of him and the game. They be doing marches and stuff and they be protesting and stuff like that. So it's a different type of swing out there right now. They really ain't too much into violence still gonna happen, but but you got people that's ahead of the mound now that's changing it like him, the game. You dig what I'm talking about? Then it make it more peaceful and it's like organized. It ain't like how it used to be. You dig what I'm talking about? But in other places it's different because that's like the headquarters out there. That's the hub for those two games right there. Like Chicago is the hub for the GDs, BDs, Latin Kings, Vice Lords. You dig what I'm talking about? A lot of gangs came out of this city, and most of our chiefs locked up or dead. You dig what I'm talking about? And if it is some people still out here, and I know they are, like my cousins, and they doing their thing and stuff, uncles and stuff. You dig what I'm talking about? It ain't like how it used to be, but it's more calmer now. You know what I'm saying? Because the violence was immaculate in the 90s. And I came out of that era, and it was bad, man. I was a basketball player. I was an athlete. So I didn't have no affiliation to no gang, no street time. Of course, everybody family got some people that's affiliated with something. You know what I'm talking about? Because I don't. Because we know we are in the urban community, okay? So we don't have all the the opportunities that everybody else got in the world. So that's why these gangs started, and it curtailed from white gangs, okay, because that's what really started everything. But they supplied the street, and that's how the street started. The mobs supplied the street, and that's how a lot of these gangs started. And they was, you know, like their enforcers and stuff like that, and they was working for the mob and stuff like that because they had to push the product. You dig what I'm talking about? So yeah, that's a whole nother story. But we gonna be this is positive vibes. You dig what I'm talking about? LC1 TV show. We don't promote none of that stuff, man. For real, for real. That's why I always say in my intro, if y'all listen to my intro, yeah, man, I do just a little bit. You did because I've been in the game. I've been in shit, Chicago for my whole life. But if y'all know my intro, I say this your boy LC the One, baby. LC the One to be exact. It is, AKA Illmatic One Tufo, and Tufo means in Chicago that's BD. That's Black Disciple. That's why I say Tufo and not the motherfucking gang numbers. That's why I always say in my title, that's the actual jersey number I wore. Just to clarify it, when I played basketball, and my warm-up jersey is on the back of my motherfucker. It's right over there on the back of my chair. I wore number 24 as my jersey for game time, and my number 8 jersey was my warm-up jersey I wore when I was in practice and stuff like that, man. When I practice and all that. So yeah, man, it's like I don't even mess around with the gangs and stuff. Even though my people involved and stuff like that, man, they know where I stand. I stood for something and I didn't fall for nothing, man, because I'm a man. I can't really see myself joining no white gang. I'm just keeping it 100, man. Because basically that's what it is. All these gangs, they started from white people, man. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not being biased or nothing. Because the mob was the center of everything. And I can't see us being African American. Well, they called us that. We not even from this country. If you want to keep it 100, keep it trill, they got some other stuff going on in the world we don't know nothing about. We don't even know nothing about our people. And we over here doing this. That's why I don't even associate myself with that stuff, man. For real, it don't make no sense to me because it ain't profiting nothing. Because only people going to jail and into the graveyard is black people. Based off of that reason. We getting killed, or we going to prison, or we going to the grave. And I don't see no white people going to no jail. You see, I'm just keeping it real. I see the little shorties over here, they be acting like they gang bang, but they ain't no on the block over here. I'm over here in the trenches. I'm over here in the hood. For real, well, it be sounding like Persian Gulf over here, like the armies are battling. I don't see nobody out here. I don't see their ass out here banging and shit and shooting and killing their own. That's what I'm saying. It's like you gotta stand for something, or you gonna fall for anything, man. And that's real talk, serious talk, young player. TKO, for real. Don't fall for that bullshit, because in the long run, you won't even get to me. 40. I'm 40. You dig? I'm just keeping it 100 because that shit don't last long. It's a facade, man. For real, you gotta stand for something. Be your own man. Don't let no other man tell you what to do. For real, if it ain't your damn father. You dig? Or if it ain't God that's trying to give you, you talking to him and stuff and looking for some guidance because, yeah, man, I just try to do that for all the shorties, man, for real, because I'm telling you what's real. Don't fall for anything, man. Stand for something because this world is totally different now. They try to make you believe. That's why they always say, stay in school. It's your best move. You dig? And it is, man, because that's how you learn. You dig what I'm talking about? About stuff. So you won't have to subject yourself to other lifestyles that you don't know about. You dig? Straight up and down. That's some real talk. That's what I did. And it's like you can listen to a lot of the people that they was in gangs like Snoop Dogg or them, and he be like, man, it ain't for you. That's why he started a youth football league. He done developed a lot of talent. He got kids. You know what I'm talking about? He don't want his kids exposed to that, even though he did it. He's still glorifying it because it's making him money. He an entertainer. That's what most of the gangs, they life, it turns into entertainment now. You dig? Besides in Chicago, because this is real war here. It always been that way in shot. You dig what I'm talking about? You gotta live here to understand what it's about, man. We don't get jobs. It's still segregated. We still going through racism in Chicago, man. After we done had Barack Obama. Barack Obama, man. You dig? It didn't, man. We had the first black president came from Chicago, man. The greatest basketball player ever, Michael Jordan, came out of Chicago. He was do press conference. He was like, man, look, yeah, he was, man. When Michael Jordan left the city, y'all don't know. A lot of y'all don't know about the story behind what was going on. They didn't want to pay Michael Jordan. He was getting paid off the court. He was making 30, 40 million every year. They didn't want to, the Bulls didn't want to pay him. It was that damn racist. Man, Michael Jordan would have bought stock in the team. He would have had a minority group and bought some of the team. Would been like Magic Johnson. Got control out there in L.A. They got statues of him, Kobe, and everybody out there. But look how they did Michael Jordan. Y'all don't know that. Y'all just buying his shoes. Y'all don't know what happened when in those days when he was playing here. I do. I was living it. I was a teenager. I was watching what was going on. Michael Jordan was so classy. Him and Scottie Pippen. They would come to the podium. That's where I get my swag from. Diamonds in their ears, 3-piece suits, you know. And he wouldn't let them talk to him any type of way. Yeah, Michael Jordan was a real man. Look at some of his clips, man. Look at some. Type on YouTube Michael Jordan press conferences when he played with the Chicago Bulls. You'll see how he carried himself, man. His demeanor, the way he used to talk to people. He was very intelligent. He didn't have a college degree. He left college early, but he went back and got that. He had a family and stuff like that. Man, they used to talk about Mike so bad. They were studying him, man, like he was a lab rat because he was a phenomenon, man. It was on the news. They would study how he would jump and everything. You know, it's a lot of stuff Chicago did him wrong. Him, Sammy Sosa. It's a lot of stuff people don't know, man, because they wasn't here. And I was witnessing all this. And Mike was very mad. He stopped talking to the media for a whole year. He didn't say nothing. He had got fed up. And they was finding him every day. Because he said, I devoted myself. I gave 90% of my time to y'all. I'm finna get that to my family now. And when he left, the first time he left, in 93, after he won 3 championships, the press conference still on YouTube. I might put that in my link. He was talking, him and Jay Rams, they was talking to the media. He was like, Mike, look. He was like, look. And this real talk. He said this. You can look it up on YouTube. Michael Jordan press conference in 1993. He was like, I gotta get my wine for them. Hold on. He was like, Zia got so fed up with them talking. And he was like, man, I done turned your city from a mob city, like I was talking about the gangs and stuff, how it's structured. I done turned your city from a mob city into a classy city where people won't be scared to come here. Because before Mike, Chicago is known historically for mob action, mobsters. Al Capone, he was the greatest mobster that ever did it. You know, it was real mob action going on here. So he said, I done turned everything around. We champions now. He said this. And he was like, I'm done. That's why the man left the city. He left. He left the Bulls. He was on top. He got tired, you know. And they weren't paying him and they was acting like gangsters. He didn't like that. He was from another place, another city, another town. He came from down south. It was a totally different environment from up here in Chicago. That's why a lot of people come here and they get deterred and they want to leave. Then we don't get the best performance out of them because what they are exposed to. Once you get in the city of Chicago, it's nothing like the city of Chicago, but it can deter you, you know, because the stuff you witness and see. You dig? But anyway, man, that's the answer to your question, man. For real, but stay in school is your best move, young player. And don't be no fool. Stand for something or you're going to fall for anything because all that shit is about the end. Young brother. For real, they're just making money off of it right now because it's a facade. And it ain't going to last long. I'm trying to tell you what's real, man. They're going to put you on the ground or they're going to put you in a 6x9, Jack. And that's real talk, cuz. On the real. You can ask Snoop if you ever get around them. Ask him about any of his homies. They put Tukey Williams in prison. You dig what I'm talking about? the leader of the Bloods. I don't even know his name. Do you know his name? That's what I'm saying. Educate yourself about stuff before you try to get into something. For real, and find out what that organization is about. Because if it ain't about, because basically all the gangs, if you in a gang structure, it's supposed to be for protecting the people, the neighborhood, the community. That's what a gang is. That's what it's supposed to be. If it ain't about that, and they got you out here selling drugs and dope and stuff and killing your own people, then they ain't for you. For real, because once you get involved, you can't get out of it. You dig what I'm talking about? That you got some big clout. Like that boy Blueface, you see what he going through now? He was a football player. He just got arrested. I looked at his highlights. He was a good football. Blueface, I didn't even know about him until I seen his highlights. That he made that song called Tatiana or whatever. He was just on a Breakfast Club. He got affiliated with the gangs. See what happened to Soldier Boy? He got affiliated with the gangs and stuff. You see what they going through? They can't get out of it. No matter how successful they get, they still affiliated with that. You understand what I'm saying? And it ain't no way out, bruh. It ain't no way out. No matter what, because it's all over the world now. Okay? So you got to be mindful of that, man. For real talk. I'm 40. You dig? I never joined it. I always fought it. When they approached me, I was a man. The other day they were going to jump on me and I was going to catch each one of them every day. They going to have to kill. They going to have to shoot me. You dig? Because I'm not joining no white shit. I'm just keeping it real, man. I don't want to be bashing them, but I'm not from this country. You can look at me and tell I'm not from this country, so I don't fall for no bullshit. You got to stand for something, man, or you going to fall for anything. I'm not even from this country. My whole mindset is different right now. I'm trying to get the fuck out of this country because the way they doing it, how they treating black people, man. I'm not with that bullshit, man. I'm out of the scene. I just want my paper. I just want my green, if you know what I mean. And they can have all that bullshit. I'm on the first flight like Dave Chappelle, Chris Tucker. You dig what I'm talking about? For real. You see I'm on the first flight. Dave Chappelle left and nobody knew. He was like, I was scared. Look at his comedy show on Netflix. I swear to God. He was like, I was scared. They offered him $50 million. He was like, huh? Why he get scared of money? Because he knew what it was. It was some slave shit. You dig what I'm talking about? They was gonna keep him in shackles so he wouldn't reach his full potential. You dig on? We got all subject and stuff, but hey, man, that's what it's about, man. You know, educating people because a lot of people. I'm telling you, once I get some bread, what? No, none of this shit over here. It's like me, no more. I done lived through this shit, man. For real. This has been horror. I don't care. I want my money, and they gonna be watching me on YouTube. I'm gonna be somewhere else, Jack. Real talk, on some Dick Gregory shit. I'm gonna be somewhere else. I ain't even gotta subject myself to it no more. Once I get, that's all I've been able to trying to get. Give me some paper. I'm not gonna entertain none of that shit. I don't even go to that. I don't do shit no more. I don't go outside. None of that. I just be in the crib just doing this. If I don't gotta go to work, I don't. Man, it don't turn me on no more. Driving, I had an ordeal with the police. I never forget it. Never forget it. And I don't do nothing wrong. Once I got racially profiled, that was it. If it wasn't for my daughter, I kept driving my daughter, her mother to work at school. See, that's the popo right there. They all did our shit. This is the Gestapo riding through this motherfucker, man. This is Chicago is an animal, boy. Y'all don't understand. People see it on TV, but when you get here, it's like it's hard to get out of this month. On Jesus. Mother oil Christ. But they ain't never. I've been in jail 3 times. I ain't never did nothing. I'm sitting up in the holding cell. Listen to what I'm saying, young brother. I'm sitting up in the holding cell like, what the fuck is this? And I ain't even do nothing. It's just people saying shit and pointing the finger. Now, can you imagine? I'm a regular citizen. I go to work, pay taxes, go to school. I mean, I was going to school, all they got a degree. You dig? And I didn't do nothing. They stopped it. It was real bad at one point. They stopped one of the reverends, Reverend Meeks, and they did him like that. Took him to a holding cell. And he was a reverend. You hear what I'm saying? And he was like, when he got out, but he had the news cameras with him. I didn't have none of that. But I stood up for myself and for the community. I went and got a lawyer, fought everything they ever did or ever tried to say. I won every case. If it took 2-3 years. Because I stood for something and I was not going to fall for anything. And I showed them that I was a man. You understand me? Because they'll wrap you up, boy, like a cigar and smoke you here. I'm trying to tell you. You know? You got to stand up for yourself. So, I mean, I don't know if you got father figures in your life. I'm just trying to give you some words of wisdom. For real, young player. For real. Straight up and down. This right here is all the gimmick. This is a character right here. Because this is part of my show. You know, my entertainment on this TV. This is a caricature of a pimp. A Chicago pimp. That's what, look what a caricature is. It's someone imitating or something like that. Or something. This ain't my real facade. You know what I'm saying? This is just a character. For YouTube, for entertainment purposes. You dig? Live this type of lifestyle, man. I'm a cool cat. For real, I'm a rapper. I'm a musician. I'm an actor, entertainer. That's what I'm doing. Eventually, y'all don't see my movies on my channel. You dig what I'm talking about? So I don't try to affiliate. It's positive vibes. I don't affiliate myself with none of that bullshit, man. I got family members. They all in that shit. And they got businesses. They still in it. And they got businesses and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Me, I don't associate myself with none of that shit. If the crowd, or if I don't go to that clubs, none of that. Because I don't want to be mistaken or nothing like I did when I got locked up 3 times. And I was in my house. Police knock on my door. Put me in handcuffs. I'm in my house. After I leave work. That was the second time. The first time I was in my car and I stopped right in front of my house. After filing my taxes, and my daughter mother let me file my daughter for the first time on my taxes. And they pulled up on me and they tried to say I had drugs and I don't do nothing. Racially profile. Yeah, man, you gotta understand. Chicago is something else. And I'm not just saying this is Chicago, but if you're doing anything constructive, and if you of color, expect to experience something. The only way out is to lead this scene. Farrakhan said it. And I ain't trying to throw no shade. Farrakhan said it. He was like, we just got to set, when he was on the Breakfast Club talking to Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, and Angela E. He was like, we just got to separate ourselves from the rest of the world to get ourselves right. And it made sense. You know, I can agree with Farrakhan on that. He said we gotta separate ourselves from everybody else to get our family right. The black family, you know, because it ain't gonna be right, you know, for everybody else to respect us, you know, if we don't respect ourselves. So everybody else do it, you know what I'm saying? Latinos, they can go back to Mexico. Caucasians, they can go back to Europe. We can't even go to Africa. See what I'm saying? We can't go nowhere. This is supposed to be our reality because we was indentured when we got here. And this Black history, we were slaves when we got here. So that's how we still perceive. That's the perception of us from everybody else in the world that look at us. They look at us just like that, as slaves. No matter how good we doing, because they see how everything is structured for us. You know, they don't teach us to be self-independent, reliant, or nothing. You dig? They don't want us doing shit like this. Informing, disseminating messages. You know, because it's breaking their structure, the format. You understand what I'm saying, young player? But man, I can go on and on about that, man. But for real, don't fall for nothing, man. Stand for something. I'm trying to tell you what's real. Just because you see the glitter and stuff, that's all created for that reason. You see they face on that dollar or whatever, that ain't us. Until they put us on there, then it could change. This ain't us. See that? We ain't gonna never have that. We just had a black president. I'm just keeping it 100. Okay, let's get to what Jalen Rose was saying, man. His second statement after Steven just asked him a question. Let's listen up.
Basketball wise, AD is an MVP caliber player
Okay.
and has continued to be such. Embiid has ascended to that level.
Okay.
He's a little more ball dominant.
Right.
If I had one game to play, because we split hairs, they're both
Okay.
great players.
Right.
I would have the slight edge to AD.
Okay.
Because of his versatility defensively.
We all agree to that. So you're agreeing that there's not that great of a discrepancy.
Correct.
All right. So what do you think about my analogy about the off-court thing about how it's night and day? How would that factor into the equation?
It factors some, but
Okay.
people only care about winning. So
Right.
you can have the best
But they both ain't
personality.
winning, but so much.
Correct.
Right.
But the difference is Embiid is surrounded by a lot more talent. And
Got it.
so all-star level players, and they're not even the best team in the East.
So what would AD with Simmons, with Redick, with Butler, what would AD do in the East with those guys? What are you saying?
They will be better.
Now, you just heard that? They still, well, Stephen A. still try to bank off the fact that, see, that's what I'm saying. The structure is more marketable for Joel Embiid. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he's not from this country. He's a foreigner. Joel Embiid from Africa. Okay? So that's bringing, he said all the off-court shit. Now I'm looking at all the intangibles and stuff that people don't even think about. That's where I come in as an analyst. Okay? Joel Embiid from Africa. That's import, export. Okay, that's trade. All right? He from Africa. I talked to an African on Tango one day, and she was at a business working for somebody, and she was telling me about the trade and stuff, how she exporting, she was packaging stuff, and she was sending out the goods, shipping them, I guess, wherever. All right? By Joel Embiid, all right? By Joel Embiid being from Africa, he's a foreigner. That's like logistics. That's like a lot of shipping and receiving. Okay, in big numbers. Okay? Anthony Davis is a local. He's from America. He's from Chicago. There's no beneficiary factor there. This man is international, Joel Embiid. So that's bringing commerce and is bringing economics to that city. Now, Philadelphia been down for a long time. All right? They trying to curve it. I see what they trying to do. They going international. That's the same thing what happened with the Bulls when we got Tony Kukoc. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen didn't want that. Because they thought they was they brought him in and he was making more money than Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. At this time, Michael Jordan had just came back and he still was considered the best player on the earth. This is the stuff y'all don't see. Y'all didn't hear. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen was pissed off. They didn't even want Tony Kukoc on the team. They was telling the manager that shit. Because they didn't pay Pippen. They still didn't pay Pippen. And Mike had just came back. He was like, no. Because that was going to take a lot of... And they gave him a contract. They gave him $26 million. I'll never forget it. Michael Jordan was the best player in the world. And that's how they treated him, man. They treated Mike. And they treated Pippen even worse. They had won 3 titles. 91, 90, they had defeated. They swept Magic Johnson. They swept that team. Kareem was on that damn team too. They swept their ass. No, I think they swept their ass. I think Vlad Divac, one of them, they swept them. 4-0. I never forget that shit, man. I think it was 4-1 or something like that. Yup. Mike came down and did this shit. Fucked them up, man. That was the first title. Then they won again. Then they killed Mike Daddy. It was over with. Mike left the game. He left the game. Salty. He was on top. Didn't get paid from the Bulls. He was making $30-40 million off the court every year from endorsements. In the city of Chicago, they started talking crazy to Mike. Mike, shut up. He said, I'm not fucking with y'all no more. I'm not talking to y'all ever again. He won for a whole year. I'm a right-handed guy. I got this shit on tape. Mike, then they don't say nothing about that no more. Because that's how they was treating him. The city was treating him bad. And the fans, we want Mike. We want Mike. You dig what I'm talking about? And that's how he got back here. You dig? Because he was gone. Mike, he started playing baseball. He started playing Mike a basketball, the best basketball player on earth started playing minor league baseball for the fucking Sox, for the Chicago White Sox because the owner owned the baseball team and the Bulls. Him and the owner was cool like that. It was a lot of other stuff that was a factor because the owner he's just the owner, but he had people that had stock in the team, investments. You know what I'm talking about? That made these decisions. They didn't even want to pay Mike nothing. They gave Tony Kukoc $26 million. Mike and Pippen was mad as hell. Mad as hell, man. I'll never forget that, man. This all the stuff that groomed me, my cousin and stuff. We witnessed this stuff, man. Twister. That's why we praised Mike, man. For real, because what he went through. And everybody kept bashing him like, yeah, Mike, he got these expensive shoes. But shit, he had to make some money. He the best player on the earth. And he was doing positive shit. Boys and girls club, and all this other stuff he was doing. You know? They're just looking at his endorsement. He's a black man, man. He's making money. He's positive, constructive, like, man. He showing us how to do it. With class. He could have been a thug like Allen Iverson because he was pissed off. Because they weren't paying him. But he didn't go that route. He was a family man, had a family. He did everything the right way. I felt the same way I do. I was doing it too. And every time you're doing something positive, expect bullshit to happen. You know? For real. But you got to have faith. You got to have God on your side, man. For real, for real. And everything in the game with these wireframes. I'm trying to tell y'all what's true, man. It was 100. Because without God, ain't nothing shaking. And that's what kept him strong. You seen Mike breaking down on the court? He didn't have no damn flu. That man was really fucking crying. When he won that sixth title, he was crying like a motherfucker, man. Didn't even want to come out the locker room. You understand me? Y'all don't understand. Even y'all don't understand, man. I witnessed it, and that helped me. That shaped my life, man. Seeing somebody like that, a strong brother like Michael Jordan, man. For real, for real. He dealt with this shit. I can't even imagine him, Walter. I can't even imagine what those Sammy Sosa did. Man, this shit is a motherfucker here, man. And I'm not just trying to bash Chicago, but it's a motherfucker. It's a motherfucker. But let's get back to this statement. What he's saying.
How much better, Jay?
Can I ruin this conversation?
They would be better.
I'd like to ruin this excellent, exciting conversation by bringing up the point of marginal utility. Marginal utility is used in economics to mean what is one unit of more worth to you? Like what point of leverage is that? So for example, and AD, you're right, it's not that he's so much better than Embid, but at that level, that's huge marginal utility. What do I mean by that? Think about last year in the playoffs when Horford was getting Embid in crunch time. Would he be getting AD? No, AD would be getting him. And that would have been the difference in the series. When you're at that level with talented teams, if one guy can win, is the difference between advancing in the playoffs?
Yeah, I agree with both of you because I see you nodding your head, and I'm not disagreeing.
Okay, now, what Max is saying, I already talked about the economics, right? Because he know business, you know. That's all his life. That's all his reality is about. Is business. Matt Kellerman, you know, that's the structure of the United States. You see economics. He pointed out just like that. That's why you keep Joel Embiid. Because it's selling tickets. It's selling tickets. It's bringing growth to the city. Same thing when they got Tony Kukoc. He was a foreigner. He from Italy. This is a mob city. You dig? It's based off of Italians. You understand me? I'm just keeping it wild. This is Lcdaone TV show, baby. Basically. But this is the live part of it. You know? I did this once before. If y'all looking back at my Lcdaone TV episode, y'all see? Same shit. That was another stage B or set B. But yeah, man. Max Kellerman see economics. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. Making money. He was like, we can make a lot more money with this cat. He from Africa, and he popping. He was popping before he got here. You dig? He got a big ass following. They gonna follow him. You dig? That's gonna make the city wealthier. And they got a team. And they on the verge of winning a championship because what they calling Ben Simmons the new LeBron. They calling him the heir to the throne. They just got Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler ain't going nowhere. If he do, he better go to LA. Then, but he a max player. Then they got Joel Embiid. You understand me? Then they got all the role players. They're about to win a championship. So economic wise, you about to bring a lot of money to the city. And not the country, because people come here for those people. For one person can change the whole dynamic of things. I got another example. When Yao Ming came to the States, Yao Ming was big in Europe, man. Big. Big in Europe. All over the world, man. Yao Ming. He didn't have to play for the NBA, but they wanted him so bad. It was some other shit. What they call that? The collective bargain, the bargo agreement, or something like that. There was some other stuff under the table we don't know. Disclosed shit we don't know. Because Yao Ming was a big international star. He was the new Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm still a fan of Yao Ming. Footwork, can shoot, everything. He was the first real official stretch big. Kevin Garnett was officially though, but when he and Dirk Nowitzki, but this nigga changed the whole perspective of everything. They didn't have a coach that could coach this cat. And they didn't have nobody to bring around. Because he would have won 5, 6, 7 titles easy. Because he was that good. He was a skilled player. Alright? But that's another Yao Ming. You see what he did for the city of Houston? They economics, man. Nate's Life just went back to Houston. He a foreigner. Nate's Life from YouTuber. Cause it's flourishing for those type of people. And it bring wealth to that economy. You know? That's what Max Kellerman just said. He pointed out just like that the reason why. You dig what I'm talking about? He was trying to metaphor with the basketball scenario when they played in the playoffs, because that's probably, statistic-wise, that probably was the best series because everybody glued into it. He had other people in the world watching. His country was watching. You know what I'm saying? One person from that country, Matembe Mutombo, prime example. He was the face of the damn league. When he in the Mike era. Shit. He did good. That was good for the whole country. Yao Ming did good. That was good for the whole fucking country. The continent. You dig? Because when they go back over there, they super mega big stars. Stephon Marbury, he won championships for them in China. They got statues of that motherfucker everywhere. Oh, Jesus. Let's finish listening to him, man. We're going to end this one.
With that, what I'm saying is, you know this better than both of us. And Embiid has modified it. We were complaining. You and I were talking about it. Wasn't playing with his back to the basket. That was a big problem for Brett Brown. Brett Brown wanted him to do more of that, to show that as a part of his repertoire as Arsenal. He's been doing that more this year. So I'm looking at it from the side. And now when I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago, he talked about that. Like, yo, man, I had to add this more to my game. So what I'm saying is, that's what, I get your point about last year. Is that still Joel Embiid? Is he the same guy he was last year?
No, Embiid's in better this year than he was last year. But the difference in their styles is Embiid is more ball dominant.
Okay.
See, AD will move without the ball. He'll do a lot of cuts. He catches a lot more lobs. Embiid, like you said, he want to go to the block. He want to do work. He want to trail and make the three because he is a better range shooter. But here's the thing that I want to bring up, because we're splitting hairs on two great players.
Okay.
Late in a basketball game, when a team has the ball, they're looking for the person that Embiid is guarding to put him in pick and roll.
Fair enough.
You don't want AD.
No,
That's
in
fair.
the
he can
Totally
guard the
fair.
pick and the roll
Totally fair.
by himself.
I got that.
AD.
Totally agree.
Got it.
Okay. Now, Embiid, what they were saying, you know, his style of play is unorthodox because he's an international player. You know, they bring their own swag. Like Tony Kukoc brought his own type of swag over here. You know, I watched that. And it helped the Bulls and they won. Because they would have stayed with the same type of format. Michael wouldn't have won those three other new titles. No. Because Tony Kukoc was the first real stretch big. And he was the first real big point guard beside new point guard, the biggest point guard after Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was 6'9". Them days was over with. International, they got used to that style of play. Magic Johnson was a rare exception. Then Tony Kukoc came, he was 6'11", do everything. Had exceptional handles, could shoot, pass. His passing was incredible. I watched all that. Mike and Pippen, they get hurt, man, they could you could play him in every position, and he dominate. Tony Kukoc, yeah, I remember all that shit, man. For real, they had Tony wearing a motherfucking loop earring. They was some real pimps. On Jesus, man. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, I've been looking at some of them damn sports clips right now. Them press conferences, Tony Kukoc and Mike, shit, on Jesus. But man, look, I see what they saying. Stephen A. Smith, you know, they talking about the basketball part of it. Then Stephen A., he took it to a whole nother level when he said off the court, their lifestyle's different. The stuff that Embid gonna do is totally different because he's an international guy. He got international swag. They're gonna come here for that reason and make money. With him, AD, he from Chicago. This is thugged out. They're not coming there for that. I understand that, but if they gonna win immediately, then so be it. But that ain't a good trade. You know what I'm saying? Even though they both skilled in the same way. And they said Embiid got more depth than Anthony Davis. I disagree on that because Anthony Davis was go 50. Easy. And he the person that you want the ball, you know, the ball to be in his hands at the last second, you know, when the guy take that last shot in the situation. So, yeah, man, this has been the first live Lcda1 TV show, man. This is called Sports Roundup with Lcda1, baby. Sports Roundup with Lcda1. So we're gonna do this more currently. You dig what I'm saying? Cause we so close, man. We got 3,054 watch hours. You dig? We close, baby. We gonna get that 1,000 before this month is over. And YouTube, I wanna thank you. All of us, the LC Nation, LC Gang, LC Crew, man, because y'all finna fix my motherfucking teeth. Oh, Jesus. Mother oil cry. That's the first thing that I'm concerned about in my daughter teeth. Her teeth straight and stuff, but yeah. You may fuck around, see me with some braces in my motherfucking mouth. Oh, Jesus, I'm just keeping one. But we finna get up out of here, man. Hey, this your boy LC1, baby. LC1 to be exact, that is. AKA Illmatic 124. And not the motherfucking gang numbers, man. But my actual jersey number I wore when I was in high school, and my warm-up jerseys on the back of my motherfucking chair, man. Like I always say, man, keep it pimping and avoid sipping because they will get your motherfucking ass. If you sip on that motherfucking ass, sip on that motherfucking banana peel, you dig what I'm talking about, man? And like I always said, Church and Reverend, we're going to release shout out to my LC Nation, my LC Gang, my LC crew. I need y'all like this video. Share this video. Comment on this video, man. Most importantly of all, man, subscribe to my YouTube channel, man, and turn the notification bell button on to get more exclusive dope content from Pimp Play Games Hustle with all about minds, baby. And like I always say, man, Church and Reverend God, we're going to 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. Church and them. I know I was gonna do Matt McClung, man. I seen him play against Xavier, but I want him to have some better highlights. You know what I'm talking about? You know, but they won that game. I still may do that Xavier reaction video probably tomorrow or something like that. But you know, I just want to see him stand out a little bit more. But he did his thing, and I'm gonna do that reaction video tomorrow. Matt McClung, so y'all stay tuned for that one. Church in